Hello everyone, we're back to the next video where we are going to demonstrate the hands-ons on control structures. We're going to use two books, as we have already mentioned the other time, that we're going to use Java All-in-One from chapter 4 and that's Java How to Program 10th edition. So Java How to Program named the topics this way: control statement part 1, assignment, and then counters, either incrementing or decrementing operators, while the control statements here are part 2, logical operators. It talks about logical operators, and I already referred right from our material. I referred you to these pages of text reference for dummies. Actually, it's supposed to be 162 to 188. That's what covers making choices. And making choices means selection and branching. So here we're going to discuss on the simple if statement, the else if statements, the nested if, and all that. So let me start with the simple if statement. After nested if, I have logical operators already discussed this, and then the wait operators, that is the ternary. Ternary means operator that that requires 3 different parameters. So here let's see some examples here, right? Simple if statements. This is one of the statements we use to select particular portion of a program, that is a particular block of a code is being selected with if statement, simple if statement. And then what it says here is that the most basic form of simple if statement, it lets you execute a single statement, a single code, single statement, or a block of statement only if a Boolean expression evaluates to true. So it's only if it evaluates to true that it is executed. Okay, so here when you look at it, here the if statement, if within a braces, you have to enclose it in brace. Within the braces, you put down your expressions and then statement follows. If Boolean expression, then statement. If Boolean expression, then statement. But then the Boolean expression should be within braces. Like in this case, double commission rate. This is the type. For example, if you want to calculate commission rate for a particular organization, so if the commission rate, that is the total sales is greater than 10,000, commission rate becomes 0.05, that is 5%. And then you initialize the commission rate at the beginning of the program. All right. So this is an example of the simple if statement. It has only if, and it does nothing with the else part. The else part is never specified. Okay, only if, and the else part is not specified. Let me come down here before I begin to demonstrate what I'm saying in our Eclipse IDE. Here, the variable name commission rate is initialized to 0, and the sales is initialized to this. So here you can go through the tips. Here's an example. It uses block rather than single statements. Here, if you introduce the braces, so these are block of codes. There, it's only execute one single line of code, only one line of code. and then here it executes all that is within the lines that are being enclosed within the braces. So here, let us demonstrate something from our IDE. Let me create a Java program, a Java project. Let's call it CSC 202, and then 2020. 202, I can say 202 2019, 2020. That's the project name. We all know how to do this, I believe. And then you right click on the project. Since it is being created, right click on it, click on new, move down to class, create a Java class. Let me call it commission. Commission project or something. I need all this, and I finish it up. So this now, okay, I don't need constructor, sorry, I've removed it. Here's our class. We want to use it to calculate commission and of the class. Okay, so here, this is the end of our main, of the main method. All right, so let's go back to the material. In the material here, we wanted to compute for two things. For the first time, we're going to initialize. Later on, we're going to convert it to a realistic program in which input is going to be made to calculate the commission. But for now, we need two different inputs: the sales total and the commission, and then both of them could be in double, because of the calculations that are going to be made within, because actually commissions are in double, and so sales total could be double as well, and then we calculate the commission itself. So the commission could also be double, and then the commission rate itself. So commission rate here was initialized, and later actual value was supplied with the help of the conditional statement here. So we need two things: the sales total, the commission rate, and the commission. We need three different double. So here I will just write within the main. I can have something like double commission, so initialize to 0 and 0 since it is double, and I also need total sales. It's also going to be initialized as a double, and then I also need commission rate. Commission rate also going to be initialized. So the text said if it is greater than 10,000, then if source is greater than 10,000, then commission is 0.05, which is 5%, and then you calculate commission. So you come up with the if statement here and include it within braces. So what are you checking here? You're checking on total source. Understand? Total source, if it is greater than 10,000, 1, 2, 3. If it is greater than 10,000, so So you see here, we're only checking if it is greater. We didn't say greater than or equals to, only greater. So if it is greater, then you compute for the commission rate. The commission rate is equals to 0.05, which is 5%, and commission itself. The commission itself is, commission is going to multiply the total sales by the commission rate. So this is the commission. Here, please let's understand what we are doing. In here, this is a selection statement. There could be lot of cells, but what we are interested here is to assign cells that are greater than 10,000. We assign commission rate to 0.05, which is 5% of it. So yes, of course, 5%. If you divide 5 by 1,100, you have 0.05. So if it is 10%, 10 by 100 will give you 0.1. So now we are testing simple if. Alright, we're testing if statement, of course, simple if statement, in which it has only one block of statement and there is no else part. That is simple if statement. The else part here, we should have written else part here, but then this is a simple if, it doesn't have any else part. So here, let me print out something, commission info, for example, for the user to see, and it has to be within cursor. This is out, so you print out the commission. Before the commission, let's see how we get the total sales. Total sales. Total sales. So this is total sales. Oh, I made a mistake here. It should be total. Alright, total sales, and then the commission rate, and then the commission. So I can copy and paste, please. Tested 3 different things. The commission rate, then the commission itself. So here you change it to commission rate, and then commission, right? Total sales should be total, not total. Total sales. So here, if you run the program, program run, that the console is not there. So go to Windows and show console. All right. Right. Basically, here we're supposed to supply the rate. I shouldn't just specify it here. Let it be something like this. And the total source. Let me also supply it here. Let's say I have 10,500. So if I click, the program runs, and I have total sales is 10,500. Commission rate is 0.05, and the commission is 525 naira. So let's see, what is 525? Is it 5% of 10,500? If it is, then we are right. Otherwise, it's we're not. So let's get 10,500 times 0.05, which is 5%. Yes, if you want to go by your normal, a percentage right from the primary or secondary school, you go by 10,500 times 5% times 5 divided by 100. So you see 5,525. It's correct. So what I want you to understand, here is this. This is the code we've written. But before it, please move up here. We have this. The statement can also be a statement block enclosed by braces. In that case, each statement within the block needs a semicolon, but the block itself doesn't. So here, not the Boolean expression. Also, if you use only a single statement, it must end with a semicolon. But the statements can also be a statement block enclosed by braces. So you see now, this is what I used: statement block. You enclose it with braces. This is what is called braces. This is called these brackets. If you did not introduce this, this is what I want you to understand. If you did not introduce it, it will pick only the first statement here and ignore all. Let's test it. Let me print out something here so you see what will happen. Let me just see testing testing the statement, the if statement. Okay, so if you run it, let me see. Okay. Oh, I'm sorry. My understanding was not. That means it's going to execute it. It will execute all. Clear? It works as the other one, because since it is simple, you don't need else part, so you can take it this way. If within braces, the Boolean expression, please understand this: the Boolean expression without braces, it works. Testing the if. Look at it here. This is the result. Or you introduce your braces this way. and each of them works. So here, that is what we wanted. But then let's understand the else part now. If you want to introduce the else part, you only make it this way, else, then you carry out another operation here. So the whole of the block of statements only this get executed if it is greater than 10,000. So let's do something here. Let me copy all this and paste, and then then here when you say else, it means the opposite of this. What is opposite of 10,000? Cells, okay, opposite of greater than 10,000, cells below 10,000, below, not above, and not exactly same. Before then, let me take something here, please. If I have exactly 10,000 cells, what will happen? If you run it, it will not give you any commission. All right. So we said greater. So allow it this way, and then else. I copied everything here. Not necessarily. You can do your printing. You can execute the printing after all that and pick only the most important parts. Take all the common ones out. All these are common, please. This, all these are common to each of the two blocks. So take it out, like factorization or what we call it in mathematics. So like this here, and then here you have to change the rate. The rate is going to be if it is let me make this to be 1, 0.1 and 0.05. That is, if it is greater than 10,000, 10%, less than 10,000, 5%, or you have no commission. So if you have less than 10,000, you don't have a commission here. And then it executes. At any time you run it, this gets executed because they are common to each. So you don't have to duplicate this, copy it and paste it here or what. This has no place here. I just pasted it. So I can take it this way, and then I'll run it. When I run, it executes the 10% because I have greater than. But if it is not greater than 10,000, even if it is exactly 10,000 but not greater, you have no commission. So the total sales is this. So that means commission is 0. Commission is 0. So you don't have any commission. All that are 0 because you have less than 10,000. So the first one pick this and execute, and the second one pick this and get it executed. So this is an if statement. We started with if statement and we moved to if else statement. Right? So we shall discuss some improvements on this program. If you look at it very well, we supplied everything ourselves. Yeah, we supplied this before, and embedded in our code, which is the total cells, and then this of course should be embedded. So total cells should be supplied by at the cost of execution. As you all know, you can use the scanner class to do such. So let me move to the material here. I hope you all understand what it's all about here. It will test this and execute. It sells total sales greater than 10,000. If it is, then commission rate is 0.05, which is 5%, and then commission is then you multiply the two and get your commission. So we've seen that. Now let's move to if else statement. That is, F with multiple choices. If with multiple choices. If it is this, that. If it is this, that. If it is this, that. So multiple choices are here. This is the example I've just finished. This an if with an else part. Please let's understand this. If Boolean expression, statement, else statement. So we have only two choices here. In this, the commission rate was set to be 2% if the sale total is less than or equals to 10,000. Only 2%. And if the sales total is greater than 10,000, the commission rate is set to be 5%. It's set to be 5%. Okay? So, okay, let's discuss something here. The commission rate is set to be 2% if the source sales total is less than or equals to 10,000. If the sales total is greater than 10,000, commission rate is improved to 5%. So let's see one chart here, please. We see input comes in here. Sales total. If sales total is greater than 10,000, then the commission rate is set to be okay. If sales total is greater than 10, if it is greater than 10,000, yes, then it moves to 5%. 5%. Otherwise, it is just 2%, and then it's supplying the result here. So here, what is the author source says you can use blocks for either or both of the statement in if. For example, here is an if statement in which so now we test double the commission rate and that, and then if sales is greater than sales is greater than 10,000, you have 5%. Otherwise, you see now the way it has been taken here. Sales total is less than or equals to 10,000. 2%. Otherwise, only 5%. So here, this otherwise 5%. So this block is for all sales that are greater than 10,000. You see, you can take it the other way around. You can start by this. If sales total is greater than 10,000, 5%. Otherwise, but the issue here is that 10,000 is inclusive. So you have to pick a number before 10,000. Once it is greater than 9,999, that's the reason why the auto picks it this way. That you are to calculate the rate of 5% commission if you have sales total greater than 10,000. If it is not greater than 10,000, that means it is step from 10,000 and below. So it is what the commission rate is 2%. Here it's just an incrementation. You just increment a counter, maybe for some calculations or something. Increment if you want to do something, you can see you can increment, and at other time you can decrement. That's just it. So we can demonstrate this here, and then we change it this way. Total sales. If total sales is less than or equals to 10,000, then you have commission rate as only 2%. 0.02, only 2%. Otherwise, it is 5%. So commission rate and that's it. 0.02 and then 5%. This is now what is going to solve that problem. So let's test it. If you have commission rate, if you have sales greater than 10,000, and then alright, commission rate. Let's make inputs like this. For example, before you use the scanner class. Okay, no, you're supposed not to supply for this rate because it is the rate. This should be 0.0. Of course, since they have been initialized here, there was a mistake given the other example. So once it is 10,000, you run it. 10,000 and below 2%. So let's see what is 2% of the total sale. 10,000. Let's calculate. 2% is 0.02 times 10,000. 1, 2, 3. You see 200. It's okay. So if it is greater, let's see 20,000, greater than 10,000, even if it is with 1, 10,001, 10,001. So it will pick the other part, which is 5%. You see 5%. Let's calculate 5%, please. 0.05 times 10,000. 1, 2, 3. You see 500. So this right from 10,001 to infinity. That's what it will give you. Okay. So okay. Right. That's it. 5% of. Okay. 5% of 1, 2, 3, 20,000. Okay, 5% of 20,000. Let's see. 0.05 times 20. 1, 2, 3. Exactly 1,000. It's correct. So I'll stop the video here, and there are some questions I'm going to send to you. You can hear it right from the video here. Your assignment is to convert this program and the other program I wrote to accept input from scanner class. Convert it to accept input from scanner class. And I'll write the text of the assignment and send. Thank you for watching. And you can send your questions via our platform or via the email address I sent you an invitation. Please do read and understand what we are doing. Thank you so much.